Gonna change the world with my hockey stick.
Little hockey stick.
Gonna make a real difference.
A big difference.
Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Big difference.
Did you say your little hocky stick?
I think I said a big stick. I think I went. Or did I go little?
My
Did I-
little big
I
hockey stick.
I said I'm gonna change the world with my little hockey
And then I
stick.
said.
But then you're gonna make a big difference.
Not what was it? A real difference or a big?
A big
Real
said-
difference.
I think you said you're gonna make a big difference with your
Big.
little stick,
Yeah, exactly.
with your mini stick.
Exactly. My little. Yeah, of course. In the hallway of a hotel tournament, I'm gonna
get
make a
the
big
sweatiest.
make a big difference with my little stick.
You get the sweatiest with the mini sticks, that's for sure.
Big difference with my little stick.
All right.
Let's kick it off.
You guys got your fun out of the way.
Sty, no sty. That's all the fun we're having today. Knock it off, you two.
No. You guys always just derail the beginning. I say I have something I want to start the podcast off with, and you're like talking about farts and
No, we gotta. No, we gotta.
Sticks.
We have to.
Farts and mini
We have to
sticks.
find a way to transition from the music to talking,
Mm,
and we did do it flawlessly. It seems like
I
every time.
think that
I-
was.
which-
Seems like we
great.
flawlessly do it.
it
every
works
time.
great, except for when Jeremy just starts reading off the things that I just have here
Jeremy, don't
for
do
us
that.
to reference that I
Jeremy.
don't want.
Mm.
Anyway,
we
I have
got-
a
we
fun
got a
game.
fun game.
Hey,
We
you know what
did.
you call that, Hayden? You call that foreshadowing, right?
No.
It's the teaser. I'm gonna stick around for that.
No,
'cause
it's called. You just gave away the name of my game.
Hayden's got the game. He's
I
coming
said
to us with a
nothing.
game.
I have a
What's it
game.
called?
It's
I've never heard
called.
of
We
it.
don't know what's happening.
It's called Sty, No Sty, or Puck Daddy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thanks for the shocked.
Wow.
So
basically how this-
interesting.
Basically, how this works is I'm going to read off something hockey related, and you guys are going to tell me if it's Sty, No Sty, like cool or not cool, or if it's like the coolest thing, like the best thing you could possibly do. You're a Puck Daddy.
So
They're a
Puck Daddy is the
Mm.
highest echelon you could achieve.
Yeah.
Yes,
Puck
exactly.
Daddy, I like it.
Mhm.
All right.
Point it.
So kicking it off with showing up to a men's league game in full suit and tie. Sty or
full-
No Sty or Puck Daddy.
I'm gonna say
A
like
men's
full,
league game.
a men's
A full suit.
I'm trying to
no
pitch.
sty. I'm going no sty.
No
I
sty?
don't. I mean, is that bad? Like, is that like party pooper? Is that party
It's
pooper?
No Sty.
I mean, because the guy's trying to be funny. Is he doing too much? It's a
Yeah.
men's league game. I don't want. I'm saying, I don't want anyone on my men's league team showing
It's
up in a full suit.
yeah.
Just because it's a joke, like they're trying to be funny. I don't like when you're trying too hard. Like,
On too much attention.
I'd say it's
is that bad? Am I party pooper?
no,
Is
no.
that, like-
I think it's kind of like when you wear a funny T-shirt, like you see it online and you buy it, but then you put it on and you're like, haha, that's funny. But then you realize you have to wear it for the whole rest of the day, right? And it
You
was
gotta
only
wear that home after you
mean-
lose 7-0.
I mean,
it was only funny like right when you read it, and then after that it just loses. So it's kind of those things. If someone showed up with a full suit, you're like, oh my gosh.
and then it's over.
And it's like, oh, you're
And then
still
it's
in
like,
that.
Yeah,
You're
now
still in
you,
that
like,
suit.
You actually showed up for like in the suit.
It's
so
a
we're
little-
unanimous. That's No Sty.
I'd say no style.
No Sty.
We could be party poopers.
I would
It'd probably
give.
be funny for like the first like what is this guy wearing? Like,
Yes.
Like Tay shows up in a suit and tie. Like, like if you're filming a video, like if there was a premise to why you're showing up, like
Right.
I think Tay might be able to pull it off and make it funny for the entire time.
yes,
Because he could commit to the bit.
yes,
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you got to fully
You'd be
commit.
like, guys, I just had an interview. I got.
yeah, you got to fully commit. To
I would say in most cases, no sty. In some cases, there might be a situation where it would really play off well.
Right.
So there's a chance at sty,
Uh,
but in most cases, no sty.
I'm not
Alright.
doing that. I'm not doing it.
I think I'm with No Sty as well
Okay.
in most scenarios. All right. Next up, selling in front of the other team's bench after going up 4.
Oh, that's a no sty. Easy,
Is it no
instant no
sty?
sty.
Is it
Instant
no
no
sty?
sty.
And I
for
picked
me.
this
I
one because I
mean-
knew you two would have
I
a
mean,
bit of.
I personally, I'm not a big Selly guy. I throw my hands up. Like I've been there before. I score so many.
Yeah.
But like it
Straight to
depends.
center
Okay,
ice.
this one depends on who you're playing. Is it a
Ooh.
team you absolutely despise? And last game, a guy from their team went and did it,
Right.
and now you're
The
retaliating.
revenge. The revenge.
But like, if
Selly.
you're doing that right off the bat, and there's nothing there to spark that. I mean, that's no style. Like, buddy, act like you've been there before.
So
okay?
context is important there
Yeah,
too.
I'm a big.
I
I'm a
think-
big act like you've been there before.
I think
guy.
it could be Sty if you were down 2 or 3 goals and you come back and you just it's like a comeback and you're
It's
up
just-
4 after
hey,
that.
Karma's so real. Like I just literally wrote a song about
Yeah,
karma. Like
yeah.
you don't get away with anything on this earth.
Mm.
And if you think you're gonna go selly in front of another, like it's just you're not gonna get away with it, and something bad's gonna happen because you gotta
Fair
be
enough.
humble. You gotta be grateful. And for me, that's why it's just one of these. Every time I score,
Hands up.
just one of these,
It-
or one of those. Like
Little
just
fist bump.
ah,
Mine is just the fist bump
But
to the
going in
team
front of the other
and go to
team's
center
bench is
ice.
tough stuff.
It depends if you want to be likable or not.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It also depends on what kind of game you're playing. What kind of person you're trying to be on that ice. Like, are you trying to be a rat?
Do you want everyone in the
You're
league to
getting in
hate
their
you? Right?
Some guys love that role,
Yeah.
villain role. Like, do you want to be the villain? Like, or do you just want to be the guy that just dominates the other team and just doesn't even need to sell it because you just dominate them so bad?
Even if like I'm picturing a guy on my team doing it, we go up by 4 and then goes by the other team's bench and sellies, and then I'm just rolling my eyes. I'm like, all right, now we might fight. Right? Yeah, I might
now
have to break up a fight.
Yeah,
now.
see, now I got to take a slash to the back of my leg.
Exactly.
Behind the play.
Great. I'm gonna get buried in the
Yeah,
corner when
no
the ref
sty.
isn't looking.
No
Thanks.
sty.
I'll say no sty. Yeah.
Act
All
like
right,
you've been
no
there.
sty.
Act like you've been there.
Next up, yelling at a teammate after a bad turnover.
No sty. No sty.
That was an obvious.
No
like-
sty.
Like, it depends. It depends.
It doesn't because it's men's league and it doesn't.
no, it's not.
matter.
This
it
isn't
men's
men's
league,
league.
like,
This is
is
just
it-
like in general.
in general.
It could
competitive?
be a little. I mean, someone like it could be a little wake up, but like
Yeah.
it depends on how good of buddies you are. Like it depends on your relationship with the person.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like Tay,
Yeah,
wake
like-
up, Tay, wake up, Tay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking from a men's league perspective.
Tay Vinci,
it's
wake
like-
up.
Yeah, but
Tay Vinci.
Tay never turns it over.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I
no,
think
I'm not Tay. I'm actually not.
It does depend on who it is and if you're like close or not. But I think that it's, in my opinion, it's still like no sty.
I'd say it depends on the expectations because there's some guys and you're just like, yeah, they turn over the puck the odd time, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's like, you're not gonna yell at them, you're gonna come at them because you know what you got.
But
you know,
if it's
That's-
someone
yeah,
that doesn't
yes.
usually do that and they're just not trying, then
yeah,
you might get
then
a
you can
little-
call them out,
Yeah.
and then it'll fire them up. Yeah, I should do better.
and that's better for the team. So
Sorry for the
sty.
team. Mm,
That also depends on how they react to their mistake.
mhm.
If they're acting like they didn't just make a mistake, or like, I think it's all my
Oh.
bad, boys. Like if the
The
guy,
guilt,
if
yeah.
the guy's saying my bad, boys, that's me.
You don't
You
yell
don't need
at
to say
them.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you don't even say.
You
Yeah,
know
what
it.
you
They
just
know
know.
it.
They know.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't say anything, like my bad boys, or like showing a little bit of frustration,
Mm.
like
Yeah.
like last game, I didn't back check, and I just, but I said, boys, that's on me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I said it to
Yep.
myself. That's me, boys. Like you got to be the guy like saying that's me. Like
Mm.
if you didn't back check and you could have done something to save a goal and you didn't.
I'm gonna jump in with
better-
a quick aside. I realized when there's only 2 lines in your men's league, and then you have that break at intermission
Mm-hmm.
between the first and second, and then the other line is saying like, "We need to do this, we need to do that." They're talking just to the other line. They're not talking about themselves.
Yeah,
that they
it's-
need to do it.
Everyone's
right?
talking to each
It's
other,
like,
but not.
Oh, you're actually just talking like.
That's
like,
not
hey,
true.
you
know what I
guys,
mean?
Not
you
true.
guys need to get.
They
faster
say
line
we.
change.
They say we need to do this. We need to do this.
Yeah.
No, they mean your line.
That's
needs-
so accurate.
Because there's only 2 lines,
Boys, you're
and
lying.
obviously they're watching our line.
Okay, so
But
So-
it's funny because last game this did happen, and I had that realization a few games ago. I'm like, oh, there's only 2 lines. They're talking about us. But in this case, our line had not let any goals in yet.
yeah,
So, and I still did hear like, we need to be back checking. We need to be on this guy. Watch that high guy. I'm like, are they talking about us? Because we didn't let those 2 in. Maybe in that case it
also
was.
little
didn't,
tongue in
didn't
cheek.
tuck any either. Okay.
No,
so
no,
it's-
we did not. No, no.
all right. We got to keep this segment supposed to be quick,
Let's
but
go.
I love it.
Let's go.
Slap shot on a penalty shot. Sty or no sty? Or puck
It
daddy?
depends if it goes in.
Oh, yeah.
If it goes in, that's ultimate sty. If you walk and clap,
It's
and
the
put it off
ultimate
the
win or
pipe,
lose. You know,
It's a gamble.
Man.
You're taking $100,000 and putting on black or red. If you hit, you are a god, and if it
Slapper though.
if it misses, you are the biggest idiot in the world. If you walk across the
Oh,
blue and
it's-
just
Show some skill.
you ding it off the
Show some
post,
skill, please.
I
A
know
slapper from the high slot. Relax.
it's absolute sty if
Work
you
on the
pull it off.
Let's do a little pump fake. Like, come to my.
Fulton Reed
Oh.
slap shot
to
from
my
the blue
academy.
line.
You got
Come to my
balls bigger than
academy.
boulders.
If you're taking a slapper on a penalty shot, come to my academy.
If
you need to come through my program.
If you go 10 feet high and
Okay.
wide, you're
Show
no
you-
sty.
Show you what some hands are.
Mm.
It's a little pump fake. You be deceptive.
So call it a sty gamble.
It's
a
a
gamble, is it?
You're betting it all
Even
on
if
sty.
you do tuck one, is it sty?
I think
it
it's-
is sty.
it
It is
is.
sty.
I think if you go bar down, it's sty.
If you
But
just
if you
walk across the blue line, wind it up, ping, and you look the goalie right in the eyes.
I agree.
I
You
think-
turn.
No,
you
yeah.
know if you bury that, you're gonna turn and you're just
Oh,
gonna
I-
skate off like
throw it
you.
in the holster. You guys gotta throw it in the holster.
No,
One of these. Just
if you don't hear the post though on a clap bomb, and it just even if it beats the goalie clean over the pad,
Yeah,
you're just like, what are you doing?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
You know, it's like that
Right in
wasn't
the
even
bread
fair.
Oh, it's like I'm glad that worked.
right in the
Glad it
bread
worked.
basket
Yeah.
most times, or ring one off the goalie's dome.
Well,
Just
that's actually not a bad. You know, if you're the first guy to go,
Just ring one off his dome piece.
you're the first shooter, just 100 mile an hour right off his dome. Boom. Oh, okay. Next guy goes.
No,
right?
no, penalty shot, not shootout.
It could be a style.
Right,
That
right.
could be Puck Daddy.
Especially,
That could be Puck Daddy.
it's a gamble. Yeah, it could be
It's,
fuck.
it's
that,
a
yeah.
5-round shootout, and the first guy claps it right off the guy's mask. Like gets it.
Gets ejected.
His ears are.
That one could be. That could be. That one's in the air.
All right, I got 2 more. Let's do them quick here.
Yep.
Sharing a fresh roll of clear with the entire team, like it's not a big deal.
There's a puck daddy right there. You bought an extra roll just to hand out. Hey.
Yeah, you like
Here
here
you
you
go,
go, boys.
That's a puck
Everyone
daddy
hands it
move.
around. Doesn't matter if it comes back to you and it's gone.
Yeah, you're not even asking for it back.
Yeah,
That's
'cause,
puck daddy
hey,
move.
'cause
That's
you know
puck
what?
daddy.
Because that's the first time you bought tape all year. Because you've been using everyone else's tape for the last 35
I don't care.
games.
That's still puck daddy.
Yeah.
You started to feel a little guilty, didn't you? You
Yeah,
started
boys.
to feel a little guilty.
I got one roll here, boys. And then that guy has to just toss it to everyone. You buy one roll for the
Yeah,
season.
you're paying the debt. You're paying
Yeah,
the debt.
You're paying the debt back. You're paying
Alright.
the debt back.
Last one. Tapping the opposing team's goalie's pad after a good save. So like
No
you tap
side.
the pad, good save, bud.
No, I hate that. I hate that complimenting other
I
players.
did this last game.
Oh,
Goalie made a
Well, I
nice
hate
save
it.
on me. I was like,
still
nice
hate
save,
it,
bud.
Hayden. I still hate that. I mean, that's not, to me, none of that.
No.
I think
None of
it.
that. I mean, the league's gone a different way. The league's gone a different direction. I mean, it's such a soft thing to do, Hayden. It's
I
so
don't
soft.
know.
Like, I don't even like when I did, because I used to be like buddies with the other team, and I'm like, you're lining up and you're joking. Like, no, because we're about to go to war. Okay, we're at war right now.
No, so here's the thing that how I feel about it. I have a mutual respect
I've
for the
done it.
goalie. Like I score a lot. The goalie when he makes a good save, I respect talent, you know? I'm like that was a good save. I'm going to show him
know,
the respect. I'm confident enough. I don't care that he saved it on me. I'm going to score the next one, you know?
I like it. I've done it. I've been there. I've said good save. Is that sty though, or is that like now you're inflating this guy's self belief and now you're actually hurting your own team? So could that be a puck daddy move if you're if you're hurting your team?
I don't think it's puck daddy. I think it's sty though. I don't know. We're split. Jeremy's got to break the tie here.
Oh, it's just so hard.
Are you hurting your team by
It's
saying
so it's hard to choose because I've done it before, and then I'm like, that felt weird.
that? Yeah, I don't like
Felt
it.
weird
I don't like
after,
it, man.
right?
I'm like, I hate this.
and then I'm also like, the guys on the other team
When they know
are
you
like,
before the game starts and they start like trying to, and I'm not about it. I don't like, I'm not buddying for because I know I'm about to like probably get in a corner battle with you and I'm gonna throw some cross checks to your back.
that's what I'm saying.
And
It's like
you can't like my game isn't that game, Hayden. Like I think we might play different games. My game isn't
okay, I think I got it.
like
It's if you rip one, you got the top left labeled or top right labeled, right? And he just flashes that leather, snatches it right out of the air. You can kind of give him like a nod,
yeah,
like
yeah,
an approval.
like a
But if you skate right up and give him the tap, I think maybe it's a little too much. And then
Yeah.
and then you don't know, like, and then one of the defense skates up to the goalie. What do you say to you? Well, he said, "Good save." He's like, wondering if you're serious or being sarcastic, or does he have to fight you now? Right?
yeah,
You're just
this-
confusing the
creating
other team
tension.
now.
I don't know though. Like for me, it usually happens when I'm already in front of the net, and it's like I didn't go out of my way to do it.
Yeah,
Like
you're right, yeah.
he made a good save, and I was just on the way back to the faceoff dot. I'm like, good save, bud. Like,
Yeah.
It
Gotcha.
makes me cringe hearing that even right there.
all right. So I guess no sty.
I'd say no sty.
No sty.
Ah,
No sty.
I really wanted that one.
But I've done it.
Mhm.
It's no sty, but I've done it. And am I proud of doing it? Like, like you're trying to be a good person, but then your own teammate now hates you because now your teammates are like, this
You
goalie's.
should have just scored, man.
Well, you're on his
Yeah.
side now. You're on his
Yeah,
side.
You're supporting.
Are you his fan?
You're morally supporting their goalie
You
now.
get his autograph after?
Morally boosting that goalie's
Hey.
confidence that we're trying to score on
Why don't you get to sign your jersey while you're over there?
and deteriorate him.
Jeez, go fill his water bottle up. Where put a little Gatorade in there for him, eh? You can give him a back rub later.
The only thing I like to do to the other team's goalie is a good game after I just tucked 2 and
Yeah.
back door to my buddy.
Yeah. After
2
you
and an assist.
after
Good
you drop
game.
9.
Good game, Tendy.
Good
That's
game.
when I'm telling. Good hit him on the pads. Right after the game, after I buried 2 on him.
Nice try.
Nice try, Tendy.
Oh god.
That's a great set. I like that segment a lot.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
It's a
I
great
can come
segment.
up with those all day. So
Let's go.
all right, do we got Minute Madness?
Let's go. Should we do most Canadian then Minute Madness?
Sure, yeah,
We'll
we'll
get into the NHL.
Most
Yeah.
Canadian. Let's think of the topic off the top of my head here. I was thinking most Canadian animal, but I think we've already done the most vicious Canadian animal.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bit of overlap there.
Yeah.
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 But I feel we need to give a reason, like a why. Like give our picks some character.
I like that.
We need a little more description. We
Paint
can't
the
just
picture.
yeah, we can't just say beaver, goose, moose,
Mm,
right?
and move on.
Yeah, I gotta say why, right?
Why?
What was your pick for? I was thinking, you got some ideas, Chippy?
I had an idea,
Mhm.
but I wasn't sure if you were on to.
Throw it out there. Throw it out there.
So my idea was most Canadian article of clothing.
Article of clothes.
Or
Okay.
most Canadian piece of clothing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think Hayden, we were saying most Canadian excuse.
Oh, that's what
Or
it
most
was.
Canadian excuse.
Most Canadian. Okay, no.
no,
Most,
no. I think we got to pick. I was actually.
Those are both good.
I like the.
I think we got to go clothing.
Yeah,
but I actually
I
I
feel like we need more time to
I-
think.
Yeah.
yes for the excuse one. We'll
Yeah, I
we'll
think that's
think.
a good
Save the
one.
excuse one for next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also I love the idea. Could you imagine a world where you just don't have to make excuses? Like someone invites you over, invites you to do something,
Nah.
and you just say no, I can't
I've
because
started.
Yeah,
to
you
be
have?
bold. I started, and then I said to my buddy, so there's like no. I think it was like there's no possible way we could do, like anytime before 12. No, I just said no.
Yeah, no.
I just said no. I just said I didn't add why.
you know
And I was like, I was like, I felt
almost feel
terrible.
guilty,
I felt
yeah.
terrible. I was like, and then I had to explain why.
that's what I'm saying. There's always these
I just
explanations.
said no.
You sit there and you
Really think about it though. When you're explaining, you're making those excuses. You're not. They probably don't care as much as
The
you
truth-
care. You're
the truth
explaining
is
it.
always the
You're
best,
making the
like, just
excuse for
say no.
yourself.
yeah,
Like the excuse is
Yeah,
for you to feel
yes.
better about it, not for the other person.
I
Most times.
fair,
I
fair.
think being bold is actually the way to go. But you always add. You feel like it's human nature to explain why you're letting someone down.
Yeah. true.
Yeah. You need to give them a little bit of like ease. Make it easier on them.
Like when you're letting the kid go off of the rep team and they,
It's-
yeah.
It's
Exactly.
always like you get a text, someone's asking you something. Do you want to do this? Go here, do that. And it's like there's that 5 minute, like you start typing, and then you're just like, and you're thinking, like, what do I add in
What do
here?
I say to
it's like,
make
is this enough? Is this
you-
enough
you
of an
type
excuse?
something,
Is
you-
this believable? Is this believable?
You erase
I don't feel
it.
like leaving my house because I'm a loner and don't want to do anything tonight.
How amazing would this feel? You get that invitation to do something, and you just open it and you look at it and you say, "No, I can't because I don't want to." You just send it.
That's got to be the way. Can we make that 2024? Like,
No, I can't
No,
because
It's
I
not even.
don't- because
No,
I
I
don't
can't.
want
Just
to.
I don't want to.
No,
I don't
no, I
wanna.
can't. Well, you have to have a because. Because makes it. No, I can't because I don't want to.
that's amazing. That's the amazing
It's
part.
like, well, no,
Like,
the
do you want?
kids
Hey, do you want
are
to come out to?
sick.
Do you want to come out Friday night? We're going out to the bar.
Yeah, no, I can't.
No,
I don't want to.
I don't want to. I really just don't want to. With you.
With you specifically, I might see you there with
And I
someone
don't
else.
and
but-
I don't want to hang out with your friends that I don't know.
Yeah. yeah. Just, all right, let's go. Most Canadian
article of clothing.
Okay.
and you got to give a backstory. And I'm happy to go first.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, go for it.
All right.
I heard that.
I did too.
I'm for my most Canadian article of clothing, and I know a lot of people are going to think, oh, it's the toque. It's got to be the toque. I'm going to go a bit of a different direction here, and I'm going to go with the sliders, the flip flops.
That was on my
Explain yourself,
radar.
sir.
Okay,
Explain yourself, sir.
elaborate. Level A answers. Grade A answers.
we are a 4-season country, right? So obviously sandals in a beach like sunny all the time, that makes sense. But it's almost more Canadian because we are going to rock those in the summertime, right? And then the fall time comes, and you don't want to give them up just yet, so you're still throwing them on, right? Until it's sock and time.
Well, you
right?
throw the socks on.
You throw the
sliders
socks.
too sometimes.
You put the you have the socks on. You're like, well, now I can wear my flip flops a little bit longer, right? And you're still going to go outside quickly, briefly. Then it starts to snow,
Yeah.
right? And you got to take the garbage and the recycling out garbage
No one
day.
wants to throw boots on for that.
You're not going to put on your full footwear. You just throw on the sliders, and sometimes with no socks, right? And you're just going
'Cause
to
then your socks don't get wet. So
Exactly,
You
you
can
know,
just dry your feet
yeah.
after.
right.
Yeah.
So it's just so versatile. It's like the Jeep, it's the four wheel, the ATV of Canada. You can use them in any situation. You just throw them on quick. I'm barbecuing. I'm throwing my flip flops on.
I know some people that are religious about Crocs for the same reason.
Crocs, right? Yeah.
'Cause, like-
well, same category.
But I would say that's a slide on. Like
Yeah,
it's like a slipper shoe.
Slider flip flop because
Yeah.
they're always at your door
Mhm.
because you're going in and out, right? You can't go barefoot you just throw those on barbecue, take the garbage out, right? They're very versatile.
Chop some wood.
Chop some wood, yeah, with your toes right open.
Yeah.
It plays.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's adding convenience to a Canadian's day, which we love as a Canadian, convenience.
You only have so much daylight. You don't want to waste it tying your shoes.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna add this to it, the versatility. A lot of Americans just wear their shoes in their house, which is insane to me. So they don't need to easily take their
Is
shoes
that an
on
American
up.
thing?
It's an American thing, dude. They just walk right.
I think it's
they
like
come from the
different
street.
states. Like
I
certain
think that might
states
just be like
are.
an individual family thing.
No, dude. It's
No, that's definitely
a
more.
lot of Americans.
Canadians are definitely more likely to take their shoes off than Americans.
Canadians take their shoes off when they go inside, and I'm watching this in U.S. TV, and I see people walking in, and they just keep on walking, and then they just sit on the couch, and I'm like, your shoes are still on, man, and then they're like lying in the bed, and I'm like,
Sebastian Maniscalco has a funny bit where he says he's going over to his buddy's house, and it's like a dad or like it's his wife's friend, and it's all these dads,
Yep.
the husbands and the wives or whatever, and he's like, I walk into this guy's house, and they make us take our shoes off. He's like, I don't take my shoes off. That's not what I do.
Huh.
And
Yeah,
so now
I'm
you
not on
got
Feet
now
Finder.
you got 5 50-year-old men standing in a circle in their socks. It was just the way he delivered it. I was dying.
Yeah, that's
wild.
gold.
What?
When I was in Nashville, I was in an Airbnb and there was a floor above,
Mhm.
and I just heard people walking around in their cowgirl boots.
oh,
Whatever, and I'm like,
yeah.
it was just so loud. I was like, what are they like gonna leave? Nope, they were home for like an hour, but they just don't take their shoes off.
That's upstairs.
Oh, here's a question.
That's upstairs neighbor activity. They started line dancing up there.
Yeah.
Boot, scoot, and boogie.
I have
Jimmy.
a question.
Go ahead.
Do you take your shoes off in a hotel room?
I usually do.
I still do because wife demands it.
No chance.
No, not for you.
I'm walking around like, what's on that hotel floor? I mean, I don't care how many vacuums that thing's had.
It depends. For me, if
I'm
it
walking
looks,
around.
like it depends if it looks like grungy or not.
No,
sometimes-
like socks. No.
I don't go on the bed with the shoes on. I'll walk in, grab something, get out of the
Yeah,
hotel room,
no-
no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
But I don't like
No on the bed.
if
with
I'm
the
gonna be
shoes.
there for more than like 10 minutes, I flop the shoes off.
Sometimes I take my shoes off on the airplane. I just don't care.
on the airplane. Have I done that?
You're that guy. You're the guy.
Yeah.
I'll walk
someone
up and down the
beside
aisle in my sock feet if I want to.
I'm
your
in my
skate-
socks right now.
Your stinky skate.
We are all in our socks right now.
Yeah, we are.
This looks kind of weird.
Fun fact.
We're all in our socks.
All right, most Canadian. I got the flip flops. What you got?
My turn.
Go
for it.
If you
I'm
want.
gonna say this one for me. It just plays all year round, and it's just the hoodie. I'm taking a hoodie, and I'm gonna explain this. You know, it's a Muskoka night.
Mm-hmm.
Mosquitoes are out. It's a
Mm.
little, it was hot during the day. Yeah, I know it can get up to 30 degrees Celsius,
Mhm.
but
But
at
it's always
night,
like
but at night it cools way down. You're out on
Yeah.
the pontoon boat. You telling
On
me
the
you're
boat.
not
Yeah.
in a hoodie on a Muskoka night?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need the hoodie.
Yep.
And then that's playing into the spring. It's playing into the summer.
yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
playing into the winter. I got hoodie on right now. I'm surprised you two don't have hoodies on. You probably took them off.
I run hot. I
I
Engine
wear a
revs
hoodie
high.
every day.
Yeah.
I'm a Canadian that wears a hoodie every day, and it plays year round for me.
Yep. I
And
love
That's
that.
why I'm taking it.
I love that.
I had to explain the summer position because
It's-
people are
no,
like,
no.
oh, it's not a summer.
It is.
You're wearing a hoodie in a summer. You're,
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm looking at you. You got a hoodie on in the summer. Don't say you're not.
You wake up, it's still a little chilly because you have the windows open. You throw the hoodie on until it starts.
Even in the
to- right?
morning, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
right?
cool. It's shady. Ooh,
Sometimes, yeah,
a little brisk.
yeah. It gets
play-
a lot of ice time.
It's playing in the
Hoodie
spring.
gets
it's
a lot of
playing
ice
in
time.
the fall.
A hoodie and flip flops, like that's a great combo
yeah,
right
there
there.
it is. There
Give
it
me
is.
the hoodie flip flop
There it is.
combo.
Now, are you done? You
I'm done.
painted your picture.
Yeah, I painted my
Your
picture.
canvas is complete.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go toque because
Mm.
that's what everyone wants to say. And for me, like hats, like I just love hats. I like collect them. I have like as many as I can without wasting my money. But I'm gonna go something different because you guys covered the bases here,
Mm.
and I don't want to be predictable.
Oh.
I like that.
I'm
Great.
going with a player that doesn't see the light of day very often, but when he does, everyone knows what's going on. It's the work pants.
Okay.
You've got pants that are just way too old. They could be tattered jeans, they could be track pants, they got holes in them, and you break them out when you're doing that work outside. You got to clean out the car, you got to mow the
Chopping
lawn.
Firewood.
They see the light of day when you're getting work done, and that's the Canadian thing, getting work done outside, being outdoors all day. You don't want to wear your nice new jeans,
No.
right? You're wearing the old stuff,
might
and you
even-
always keep them in the closet.
Got a pair. I've got a pair.
Yeah, everyone has, like, especially guys. Men always have work pants.
Yeah, I might even give you flannel as well because I feel like a flannel is part of like a working.
That vibe, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna give you flannel as
Give
well.
me work pants
It's a
with
work
a flannel.
outfit,
That's
yeah.
a whole look
Yeah,
there,
work
eh?
outfits,
Yeah.
the flannel.
Work
it-
pants with some flannel
you're
on.
chopping wood
I'm
for
chopping
the
wood.
Muskoka dinner.
Stoking
Yeah.
fires.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
To me,
Alright.
that's Canadian.
We're moving on. Okay. I mean, we can do work pants with the hoodie and the flip flops.
You just the ultimate Canadian outfit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a
The
toque.
flannel
Throw the
over-
toque on too.
The flannel over top of the hoodie. I wore that every day in high school.
Oh
I
my
had the
gosh.
flannel.
Really?
I'd wear a hoodie and then you would layer it with a
Oh, yeah.
with a flannel. Yeah, it was
For the
pretty
style.
pretty
yeah.
style. Then I have khakis on and some Sperry's.
Might as well apply for prime minister right now.
Yeah.
eh?
Sperry's. That's literally the starter kit.
Oh,
Oh,
Put in your application for.
did you guys remember the
Prime
starter
Minister.
kits?
Yes.
Grade
Those
9
are
starter
hilarious.
kit.
Yeah.
Oh, the
the-
starter kits.
I
we might have
remember
to bring
that.
those back. We might have to bring starter picks back.
we need like a
Starter-
minor hockey starter kit.
Yes.
Like create the equivalent for when you graduate to
Bass
a certain age
Pro
group.
Shop hat. The hockey lace belt.
Oh
Yeah,
yes. Yeah.
What do we got? The
Sunglasses.
The twisted water bottle.
oh, yeah.
The
Twist
water
them
bottle,
up.
The twisted
The
water
lanyard, if you're old enough to drive, you
Oh,
got the
lanyard.
The
That's
key
a,
lanyard.
Yeah, that's a high school. It's
Yeah.
yeah, that's funny.
All right, are we moving
Grade
on?
12, the pack of darts.
God. You just keep them just to look cool,
yeah,
even
you
if
just
you didn't
keep them
smoke
with
'em.
your flannel.
No one smoked them.
with your
No one
flannel and your keys out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the grade 12 starter pack. And,
Alright.
and a vape
I never got into vape,
Me neither.
thankfully.
and a bong.
Oh, God.
All right. Instead of a draft today,
We got to apologize to
Sorry,
Malachi.
guys, my
Sorry,
bad.
Malachi. Sorry, Malachi.
I have no idea how old Malachi is.
It got too real there for the grade 12 starter
Yeah.
kit.
Okay.
Never touched this stuff.
Instead of a draft
Ever.
today, I thought we'd do something a little bit different.
Yep.
Make it a little. I want to know about your guys' preferences, your favorite things. I don't want it to be competitive this
Yeah,
time.
and I want the world to know about my stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like.
That's good. Like,
So
Share it with the world.
we've done movies like hockey movies.
yeah.
We've done TV series.
Yep.
I want to know what each of your favorite top 5 movies of all time are. It can be a movie series
No,
or
movie
movies.
series. No. I did movie series.
It's fine.
No,
No, just movies or movie
oh,
series.
No. Because I spent specific time picking out movie series.
Just
He
series.
said movie
Okay,
series.
well, you can go last. You can think about your
No,
answer.
He said
no.
movies / series,
Yeah.
and I said movies and or TV series, and then
No,
he said
movies and movie series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the top
I'm
movies.
gonna- I'm gonna
I
read
have my
Flash
list, so I can go
series.
first if you guys want.
Or are you gonna go right down?
movies
Yeah.
and or TV series. Or no, that was you. That's what
That's
you
question
said.
mark,
That's what
yeah.
you said.
Wait.
I'm prepared with your fave movies series.
Are we going top like number 1? We have them ranked? I think we have them
I
ranked.
thought like I was under the impression that we needed to have at least one or more movies in the series. Like I went movie series.
That's okay.
It's okay. If you
okay.
want to,
I'm
if you want to
kinda-
swap out, you can. But you're gonna go last, so you have time to think about it.
Hey.
I'm pissed.
To be fair, I think it's hard to take just a movie over an entire series because there's so many.
Yeah, you
Great
probably your list is
series.
gonna be very
You
similar.
get way more mileage out of a series than you do if you pick a series. You're picking all of them, like the whole thing, the
No,
whole
I know,
everything.
But there's
Yeah.
some individual movies I left off.
That's
Throw them
fine.
in there real quick. Throw them in there real
Yeah.
quick.
All right. You want me to go first? I'm gonna go through all my
Just gonna
5.
go through the list.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, you're going 5.
Yeah. And then and then
Okay,
Jared can go
okay.
his 5. Then you can do yours. So you have
Okay.
time to let it fester.
Everyone hang around to see Chippies.
Yeah, exactly. We all got to know.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Number 1 for me, my favorite movie series. This is a series. is Lord of the Rings.
Never watched it, never got into it, but I know people love that show.
I've watched it. I can't
never
even count how many times I've binge watched the extended series. I don't know how many times. Like if I'm sick at home,
Yeah.
watch that. That kills my entire sickness. Like that's basically the cure for my disease that I got,
Yeah.
whatever it is. That
I've heard people love
yeah.
it.
Lord of the Rings
haven't
number 1
seen it.
easy. And number 2, this was a tough one to slot in here, but every time I watch it, it leaves me like just in this state of mind where it's so thought provoking and I love the music. Hans Zimmer, Interstellar. I love that movie. Matthew McConaughey, it's great. Some people say it's a bit slow paced, but I dive into the music of it
Yeah.
and the whole story. I don't want to give away spoilers. We won't give away spoilers or anything if anyone
I
hasn't
watched
seen
the movie and I still don't get it. I don't understand it still.
See, I've had to watch it a bunch of times, and every time I watch it, there's like another thing that clicks in my
That's
mind.
what I'm saying. You
yeah.
can try to spoil it for me. I still don't understand it. I have to watch it 6 times before I get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Interstellar?
Yeah.
I don't even think I've ever heard of it.
Oh my gosh, man, you got to
We
watch
are
it.
different
You got to watch it. It's
creatures
good.
for sure.
All right, number 3 on my list. I had to throw in something hockey, and I've watched it countless times, especially before a big playoff
That's
game.
incredible to me.
A big playoff game in minor hockey. I'd always watch this movie at some point leading up to it, whether I was in high school watching it in the hall on my spare time, whatever. Miracle.
For me, that's insane. You have that top 5.
I love Miracle,
That's-
man. It's a great movie.
It's crazy. To me.
It's like
I'm a hockey guy, but
I never thought of it as like, oh, it's not Team Canada, so I can't like it.
It made me not like it. I was like, I can't like this movie.
No, I just identified with it. I'm like, these guys are battling.
Yeah.
Their coach is demanding a lot from them. They're a team. They're a family, and they're like fighting to win this championship.
I just watched the
It's so good.
1972 Canada-Russia Summit Series, and I'm like, this is my miracle. They didn't make a movie about it because we're Canada and no one cares about Canada, right? It has to be America if you want to make a feature film. So
I knew you guys weren't gonna like that one, but I don't care because it's a great movie.
okay.
To me, it's like
It's a
the
list.
hockey
This is
version
you.
of Coach
Hey,
Carter.
this is you.
Yeah.
Coach
Hey, this
Carter's
is
a
you.
great movie, but I like that this one is hockey and
Yep.
it's more like hockey characters in it. They actually had real hockey players to film part of it as well.
I never got my call.
All right,
Probably too young.
next up on my list, number 4, Harry Potter. I had to have it on there.
Okay, Yeah, now we're talking.
I watched that
we're talking.
like almost as much as Lord of the Rings, probably more so in terms
Better,
of like watch
But
time.
better.
No, that's absurd.
It's not even close
Um,
to being absurd. My Potter fans are gonna be all over the comments section. Woo! on my little
Hey,
wand.
I got Harry Potter on my list, but
Guardium Leviosa.
in terms of
Leviosa.
dude, I could probably beat you in Harry Potter
Quidditch.
trivia.
I would
so you can't
dominate
even-
you in Quidditch, brother. You couldn't beat me in Quidditch though, Hayden. Couldn't beat me in Quidditch. I'd be flying on the
Nobody has ever played Quidditch.
Ooh.
No, it's
Ooh.
Okay, can I finish my explanation?
Toppy. Toppy.
I have not seen an entire Harry Potter movie from front to back.
And
I mean,
You know what's
That's-
crazy
And
is
that's just sickening to hear.
that's equal
It's
to me
past
that
its
you
time.
haven't watched.
I've watched Harry Potter I don't know how many times at home when my parents are home. My mom's in the room.
Yeah.
She's never watched a full Harry Potter movie.
No,
but I've watched them
but
all
it-
like so many
I'm
times.
in the same age bracket as your mom at this point, eh?
Yeah.
No, but
pretty
it's
much.
like dun, 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 dun,
Okay.
dun, dun. It's the sound, it's the theme, it's the mood it puts you in. Harry Potter is just
Yeah. It's a whole
I'm a
vibe, but in
huge
terms
Harry
of
Potter fan.
actual
Bunch of nerds.
movie quality, it's
Harry
not top
Potter.
1 for me, but it's in my top
it's
4.
literally the probably top one for
All right. Number 5,
universe.
I'm just rhyming through here before we keep rattling on. Is the Batman series, in particular Christian Bale. I like that.
Like the Dark Knight or Batman?
Dark Knight. Well, Batman Begins, Batman Dark Knight, Batman Dark Knight Rises.
So Dark Knight.
Well,
Isn't
Batman Begins.
The Batman series different than Dark Knight?
Just say Batman. I'll give you all of them.
Give you all of them.
Any movie that Batman. even
Obviously, you don't
appears
know
in,
Batman.
eh?
No, I know.
No, because it's Christian Bale. Like that's the one that I've watched a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Batman Begins, Batman Dark Knight,
Yeah.
and Dark Knight Rises.
Movie guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will preface I'm not a movie
And
guy.
also the score of that movie is Hans Zimmer,
Right, okay.
and I really like him. So
All right.
that's my top 5. Happy Gilmore was an honorable mention.
Okay, there's a comedy in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, our list's gonna be completely different.
So this was tough for me because there's so many good picks, right? And I'm a huge comedy guy, but it's
Mhm.
just hard to pick a comedy over. Like I'm thinking rewatchability. How?
Top 5 is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, what movie did I enjoy the most seeing and kind of like rewatch the most when I was younger.
Mhm.
And that's basically what I went with.
Fair. I
There's
like it.
some movies that I loved, absolutely loved. And if I went for comedies, I could make a huge list. But I have one comedy in the list. All the rest are just, it's a series.
Can I write down one that I would be surprised if you didn't have? And then I'll show you at the end.
Sure.
All right.
All right. Number 1, Lord of the Rings. I just think
I just can't.
I like it.
I honestly
Here's the thing.
I can't believe
each of those movies
Just
is
can't
an
believe it.
absolute, like,
Lord of the Rings.
it doesn't fall off. It doesn't fall off. Each
Chippy, you're
one.
walking a fine line here.
Each one is a complete masterpiece, and you don't like it's just a great.
And if you've read the books, the detail is just insane.
Number 2, this one was a tough one to slot in a 2 or 3. I went with The Matrix.
Yeah, I love The Matrix.
I only particularly like the first one. The first one's much better than the second and
Oh.
third. I think the second and third were okay, but the first one was groundbreaking, revolutionary. When it came out, no other movie was like that at the time. So it really set a new precedence for what you can do and how.
Do you
actually-
believe we're in the Matrix?
well, that's the other fun part of it, right?
Yeah.
Makes you think.
Red
I
pill or
think
blue
that's
pill?
that's why the first one was so successful, is because it's very thought provoking.
Yeah.
And it doesn't linger on the real world as much.
Yes.
So you're like in the Matrix for most of the movie.
The first one introduced the concept, it blew your mind, and then the second and third lived within that realm and had resolution and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you really only need to watch the first. But it was a big one. It just came out at the right time.
Yeah, I love the
for my
those
age.
series. Yep.
Third, I'm going Star Wars.
See. I wanted to have Star Wars on the list.
Yeah.
But I couldn't put it there above my other stuff.
Right.
Because I personally don't binge watch it.
No, so I thought Star Wars was for nerds. It was on the same realm as Star Trek with me.
I just
Like-
couldn't watch any of those, like the
Yeah.
spacey.
Space stuff. I was the same thing when I was young. I was like Star Trek nerds, right? and then the new Star Wars came out.
Mhm.
They started with the new series, and I watched. I was like, oh dang, that's actually pretty good. And then I watched the second one.
That's
came
how
out.
you got into it?
Yeah,
Was
from the new ones, the Jar Jar Binks, man.
Oh, the
Everyone hated Jar Jar
feel like I
Binks.
gotta
prequels.
watch it.
Those
I
are the
never-
prequels. Those aren't
watched
new
it.
now.
Yes,
Those
they
are
were new they came out when I was in like high school.
Yes,
Or,
okay.
like, 13, 14.
I got you.
The right timing.
But you weren't like on it from the get go with like a New Hope.
No,
and
no.
Empire Strikes Back and
There were
Return of the Jedi and all
There were
that stuff.
kids that would be like, I'm Darth Vader, I'm Luke Skywalker, and then they're like 8, and I'm like, who are you talking about? Like,
Right.
You're Batman or you're Superman, like,
I
or
blame
you're James
I,
Bond. You're
I
James
blame your
Bond.
dad for not having you watch it with him. That's
Exactly.
probably the difference maker.
All right.
Yeah.
Fourth on the list, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that's a good one.
Caribbean is or Caribbean?
It
Pirates
depends.
of the Caribbean.
Depends.
Depends on how you pronounce it.
Pirates,
I always say Caribbean too because
Pirates of
I've
the
like
Caribbean.
the sound, like the cadence to
Parrots
it,
of the
but-
Carrot Beans.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think that Hans Zimmer does part of the score
Think
for
so?
that movie too.
I just saw like that whole it was just an event to watch that. I saw it in theaters, and I think this is a big difference. Is I saw these movies
Right.
in theaters, so they stood out a lot more for me.
Right.
And I would look forward to the next one coming out. Look forward to the next one coming out.
Yeah.
Last pick, the only one that's not a series. Had to throw a comedy in there. All-time most quotable movie of my entire childhood, and that's Happy Gilmore.
Oh, you got it there
Yeah.
too.
Happy
Okay. See, I had Happy Gilmore in the top 5, but I couldn't keep it there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
That's
it's
fair.
easily top 10 for me, but top 5 is a different story.
I like it.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore, very quotable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's
And like you can't watch it and not feel good after.
it's versatile because it plays during hockey season, also plays during the summer season, off season,
Mm.
on season, whatever.
It's a
You're on the
year-round.
golf course, you're at the rink,
Yeah.
it's there for you.
Happy.
Why don't you go to your home?
Happy learned how to putt.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Somebody learned how to putt.
We should just do a segment, Happy Gilmore quotes.
Exactly.
He's got a 9 iron. He's 6 men away, and he what is his name? What's that guy's name? He's the greenskeeper. He's a 9 iron. He's 6.
I haven't
6 to
watched
7
it
yards
in-
away, and he's hitting the flowers.
Oh,
He's pretending he's in the Masters.
right, yeah.
All right, Chippy, you got your picks locked in?
Yeah, let's go. So
Alright.
let me preface.
Oh, Jared, one that I didn't mean to cut you off there. Rock'em Sock'em. I'm surprised you didn't
Ah,
have that. I thought you
no.
were going to go with the hockey one just because you
No.
probably watched that a lot. But,
Actually, that did probably get the most playtime on my TV.
but it's tough to slot it in as
I
your
just-
favorite of
It,
all
no,
time. Yeah.
it didn't come across as a movie.
It would be in your top 5 hockey easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let me preface by saying I thought it was movie series only.
Yeah, you've had this whole time to think
movie
about it.
series.
Yep.
So I thought there need to be more than one
Yeah.
on the combo.
All right.
So,
So if you leave something out that you
so
forgot
I'm gonna
about,
start off by just the greatest movie series of all time. Dun 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 dun. Harry Potter. You just can't beat Harry Potter. You just cannot beat Harry Potter. It's
I love me some Harry
the
Potter.
Wizarding World. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's like as
It's
a
definitely the most loyal fan base.
it's winter, it's dark, it's cold. You're in the basement. You got the fire going, and then you throw on a Harry Potter. Oh my!
It's big during Christmas time.
Oh,
big
it's
during
just-
Halloween.
It's amazing. It's big during the summer night, dark night. It's
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Which
for
is your
me.
favorite one?
My favorite one. I like the Goblet of Fire,
Yeah, that one's fun.
I
The
don't
Tri Wizard Tournament.
or just like all of them. You know,
You like all of them? I like.
I feel like I have to give
number-
both you wedgies right now.
how so? How so, Jay? Talk to my Harry Potter. Talk to the Harry Potter fans real quick. How do you feel about it? Tell them how you really feel.
I just never really got into it. And you're talking about casting spells and going to school. Like it's just not. There's
You
no
don't believe in-
sty.
You don't believe in magic?
There's no sty.
You don't believe in you don't think magic's sty? You don't think Magic Mojo's sty?
No, I
They-
think
That's
be
crazy.
Just stupefy.
Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah.
it's like a bunch of tweens doing little magic made up spells. I'm like, just go hit the gym, bro.
What's-
Lift some weights,
What's
eh?
Star Wars with your little lightsabers? What are you doing with those lightsabers, Jared?
Hey, it's a land
What are you
far,
and your
far
buddies
away.
doing your lightsabers?
It's a land far,
Little
far
lightsaber,
away.
Sabers.
That's a legit cool
Little
weapon.
R2D2.
I take a lightsaber over a little wand, a little stick that 8-point
Kidding me?
go.
A stick that I could just like lift you up and just control you.
It's like those old YouTube videos where they combined. They did like a battle of Star Wars versus Harry
yeah.
Potter.
I would just do a little spell saying, "Freeze your little Star Wars wand," and now you're done. Now what are you gonna do?
Go,
All right,
go-
number 2, Chippy. What's your
Yeah.
second overall?
Crazy. So, I am a big comedy guy. Comedy is my thing. I grew up watching comedies. I wasn't a huge like movie connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
So every time there was a comedy in movie theaters, I would go watch
Mhm,
them.
mhm.
You like to go and have a good laugh, have some
Yeah.
popcorn, have a good time.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna start off. This is a classic for me.
Mm-hmm.
My dad and I, we quote this one all the time. Jack Black is unbelievable. I'm going School of Rock.
School of
Oh my
Rock.
God, School of Rock. That was
Oh,
a
dang.
classic. They ended up getting Led Zeppelin "Immigrant Song" in the movie
Yeah, yeah.
with the little skull on the thing.
That's a good movie. See,
Jack Black was Ned Schneebly, Mr. S. Oh, it's.
I do like that movie. I thought you were gonna go with like Napoleon Dynamite or
Let's
something like
rock,
that.
let's rock today. Jack Black is a goat.
All right.
He's a goat. I got
Alright.
School of Rock. It's up there. It's up there.
You know what's funny is I was in like I would listen to Jack Black, like the Tenacious D,
Mhm.
Okay.
and like my friends and I would like just belt out those songs for no reason, like on the way to the movie theater or like after class or whatever,
Yeah.
on the bus. Just
Yeah.
and I like School of Rock, but yeah, I wouldn't put it top 10. But
It's not your list.
it's not my list.
You know what I mean?
It's
It's
not my
Chippy's
list.
list.
Hey,
and
I wouldn't have put
we respect
what you
it.
had in your list in my top 10 either.
Fair, fair.
So I'm gonna go number 3 for me. I think I gotta go back to comedy. It's The Roots. Probably the show I watched and quoted the most in my childhood. Me and my buddy probably could quote every single part of this movie.
Mhm.
And it was Dale. Did you just touch my drum set?
I knew. it
Oh
was
yeah.
fun,
Oh
Did you
yeah.
just touch my drum
Yeah,
set?
that's a classic.
Did we just become
Co-
best friends?
Cops was on at 4. I know Cops doesn't start till 5. Somebody touched my drum set. Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. It's a classic.
That's definitely in the top 3 comedy movies of all time. I think.
It was. I watched it almost too many times, but I couldn't like not include it on the list just because it's
Fair. Yep.
it had that.
Yeah, like if you had technology like we did now, you could look at the total watch time of movies
like,
and see which ones you watch the most,
man,
and
that one was
that would be interesting to see.
up there. Like it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great movie. It's hilarious too. Like
I'm not gonna
it
call him
doesn't get old. Yeah.
Robert, I don't expect Dale. I don't expect you to call him. What was it? With Brennan? Brennan, I don't expect you to call him Dad. He's in the backseat. He's 37 years old.
I think my favorite scene is when they're going to sleep and they're just threatening each other. And he's like, "I'm gonna beat you with a
I'm gonna fill a pillow full of bars of soap and beat
beat
you.
you with."
They just keep rhyming off of each other.
It's just
I wonder how much of it is ad lib.
Dale, no power tools. What? That's where I got my comedy from.
Yeah.
Bro. Dale, no power. What, Dad? So much.
True. Yeah, your what,
Yeah,
Dad?
yeah. What? That's dude. That I didn't know what that was, bro.
You just unlocked the core memory. There you
Whoa,
go.
dude.
Yeah.
That was the inspiration.
That's funny.
Dale, no power tools.
What, Dad?
There's so much more room for aerobics.
So much room for activities.
Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
You're burying me alive.
Oh my-
Did we just
I'm
become
not
best
dead.
friends? All right. The movie quoting.
Prestige.
Number 5.
Worldwide.
What's your fifth pick
Are
here?
you
Jimmy?
4 or 5?
I'm like on 4.
Four, you're on 4.
I'm on 4. I'm on 4.
Oh,
Right, Harry Potter. We got Jack Black. School Rock.
I'm gonna have to
others.
say this one. This one's tough. I'm gonna go with. I think I have to go back to another comedy,
Mm.
and this
All
is
right.
just Tropic Thunder.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh, this movie, it is offside. It is everything. It's just a heavy comedy.
I was
roller coaster.
surprised. I was surprised when it came out. I was like, oh, you can say those things still?
It was a heavy comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack Black in it again.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
what year did it come out?
2008.
2008.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like it was just
That's like the movie that you wanted to go and see in theaters, but your parents wouldn't let
my
you.
parents did let me. My parents the bad thing is I went and watched all these I watched all these movies with my dad and
That's funny.
my friend's dad.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We would go and we were just these are the movies we went and saw in theater. Like,
When's the last
I
time?
can see why it's like why you like them too, because that in itself, getting to go to a movie with your dad and his
yeah,
friend
we're like
to one that's like your mom
we're-
might not have
we're
wanted you to
9.
watch,
Yeah, exactly.
then
We're
it's like it's worth that much more in your value in
For
your head.
sure.
Yeah, I could see
for
that.
sure. Like
Yeah,
yeah. And
I like it.
I feel like at number 5, I have to go back to my roots again. Like I feel like I gotta do another comedy.
Another comedy.
Yeah,
Great.
dude,
Wow,
only
I
watch
love it.
I
Yeah.
only watch. That's like I'm realizing I only watch comedies. Like I don't.
I was tempted to do all comedies, but when it came down to picking, like, what did I get the most?
Yeah.
You know, I think when it's series, you're excited for the next one. You're so it lives with you longer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even though I did, most rewatched was definitely comedies.
Right.
Yeah. Well, actually, I had the CDs and I watched.
Yeah.
I had the discs.
Yeah.
And I would just rewatch them on the way to hockey every.
Oh yeah,
So, like these are the ones.
yeah. You need to kill an hour.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
the ones I had. So
I like
Smart.
comedy TV shows
Mm.
are rewatchable for me because like they're just good to throw on when you're doing stuff or
Yep.
like you're eating dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
But like clearly my taste in movies is different than your guys. Like I when I want to watch a movie, I want to sit down and like be enthralled in it and like my mind is just like blown away.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like I never.
Which
yeah,
is
I
just-
never had.
it's an
I feel like I
interesting-
could have been there, but I just didn't ever get into.
No, this is why I wanted to do it. I wanted
Yep.
to see
Yeah.
your guys versus what, because like if we just did best, we'd
Yeah.
all be picking what we think everyone else wants versus
Yeah.
what we feel.
All right. What's your number 5?
Last
Number
one.
5. I feel like this one's like a toss up right now.
Well, just say one, and then you can do an honorable
Okay,
mention. One honorable mention.
I'm gonna say this one I watched so many times. It's a classic. It's Black Sheep with David Spade. And
Oh,
Oh, I think I remember that
Chris
movie.
Farley.
That's
I think it was it was more of a classic.
Oh, it's a classic.
It was
it's
a classic. Oh my
96.
gosh,
Yeah.
man.
That's like Dumb and Dumber
His
type
bro-
vibes.
Yeah, his brother's gonna be the president, and he's like the mess up brother, and then David Spade's trying to keep him under wraps, and he just can never do anything good, and he's
Yup.
always messing up. Oh my! There's some crazy quotes from that movie that. Oh, they got the bat. That they're in this like cabin, and the roof gets blown off,
Yup.
and now how's the weather up there, bud? Oh, dude.
There was a few movies with like that same actor.
David Spade for me is
Oh, David Spade's funny. I was
I was
thinking
gonna
of the
say-
other guy, like Tommy Boy.
oh
We
Chris
got
Farley?
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Chris
we
Farley's
got-
the goat.
yeah.
But like David
was
Spade
hilarious.
for me, his comedy like in Benchwarmers.
Oh, so
So
good.
David Spade in Benchwarmer when he's up at, I was gonna say Benchwarmer was my other one. I think Benchwarmer is
It's
a
elite.
classic,
Yeah, yeah.
man. When he's at the plate and he's like I nicked it. He's like
I ticked it. I
ticked
ticked it.
He's
Yeah.
talking. He's looking back at Fatso. He looks back. He's like, easy there, Fatso. He looks at the kid. Oh my gosh.
It's so that movie's so good.
What about Joe Dirt?
Joe Dirt's
Just
a
David
good one.
Spade, man,
David Spade is in Joe
is
Dirt.
a
dude. I-
goat. I think he's hilarious.
All right, what was your honorable mention? What was the toss up? I want to know.
Benchwarmers?
Oh, that was the
That
one.
wa-
Oh,
dude,
okay.
I
okay.
watched that one. I love that movie.
Mm,
I just,
yeah, that's great.
I'm sure there's more. There's like
All right, that was fun.
Like Hangover.
Hangover is
Hangover
top.
was the series I had in
Hangover's
there
top.
with
Yeah.
Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, Brad
That's-
Cooper.
That's like a modern comedy series. Like
That was
you
a
don't
series,
get a
so I had
comedy
that in my
series
series.
that's
Yeah.
Yes,
you know
that
like a
was the
good
series.
comedy series is hard to find.
Austin Powers.
Ah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
gold member
like
and
Jim Carrey is
yeah.
the mask. I mean,
That's like a specific type of humor, and I'm all for it. But I wasn't allowed to watch it growing up, so I.
Oh,
Can't.
true.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Austin Powers.
gotta be more.
Well, you were older at that time.
Oh,
when it
this
came
one.
out.
I can't believe I left this one off. This one's bad that I left off. Talladega Nights.
Oh yeah.
Well, you could just go
Oh.
down Anchorman, Talladega Nights,
Yeah,
40-year-old
like all the Will
virgin,
Ferrell.
anything with
Yeah.
Will Ferrell in it, basically.
Yeah, Will Ferrell. I feel like I could have just
Say-
picked
just say Will Ferrell. That's your
The
series.
Will Ferrell
Okay,
series.
next time
Yeah.
we have to do our favorite comedians of all time.
There you go. And you
Oh.
list their movies.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah. All right. Clip of the week, Jerry. You brought something.
I got one.
Jared's fired up about this clip. I think you find this clip a little bit more
No, this is
funny than I
this
do,
is
to be honest.
absolutely wild. It's not funny. It's nuts. It's complete mayhem. It's chaos. So I'm gonna tee it up for you. The viral clip of the week. My choice. These guys are playing hockey in front of the White House. There's a pond in front.
Is
Oh,
it
you're
in front of
playing
the
it?
White House?
I got it right here.
Is that what?
We both got
Do
it.
we know it's front of the White?
Yeah,
in front of
dude.
the White House or not?
Yeah, dude. It's called the National Mall in Washington D.C. So it's just they're skating with their hockey sticks, playing a game of pickup, and a helicopter comes in and lands on the ice, to, like blow them off of the ice, and they're trying to get off,
Yeah.
and the chopper keeps coming at them, like aggressively, like basically trying to blow them, and then all the
Well,
snow's
they have to
coming up.
land. He has to land.
Yeah, and now it's landing, but
So
like
what happened after? Oh, why didn't they? I now I'm like intrigued to like know what happened.
Here's what I'm saying. Is this the best way to get people off of, like, could they not have just
land a chopper.
Brought some snowmobiles out there.
No, I think
a snowmobile might have worked? Hey,
Well,
just
I think
fire-
it's that intense.
would
I
that
feel
be
like you're
do you need that helicopter?
I feel like the chopper, like they don't want these guys getting
that's just an
away.
alpha move.
Tell
Yeah,
me what's
that's like-
going on there. Okay, so
That's a sty move
so
right there.
Biden's
That's
Biden's in the Oval Office. He's having a nap, right? All of a sudden, 5 guys drop a puck on a frozen piece of water, well away.
I like that you picture Biden having a nap in
Yeah,
the Oval Office.
and-
That's all he does, right?
Well, was the stick handling like waking him up? It was keeping him. Did he wake up?
Hey, keep her down up there.
He heard a
He's,
he heard a slap shot.
He's not waking up for anything.
Biden hears a slap shot.
Has he been awake the
And-
last 10 years?
That's what happened. Biden hears a slap shot. He thinks a gun just went off, right? He wakes up and just slams the red button on his desk, and Chopper's like, "We've got gunfire in front of the White House."
We got hockey players
Alert,
out
alert.
on
All
the
right,
pond
plot-
up front.
Plot twist.
Yep.
They heard that there was a hockey game going on. They just wanted to join the fun.
Yeah, plot twist. They hopped out with gear,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
with nets.
So-
They brought nets. Hey, Jared, they're bringing nets.
And then it's a Labatt Blue commercial. A whole lot can happen out of the blue. They rappel down with
They're
their
bringing
skates.
There you
nets.
go.
Oh,
Maybe they were
Troopers.
filming a commercial.
Hey,
Yeah, there we go.
there we go.
We don't know what
Hey,
happened.
it's
Yeah.
citizens versus FBI, right?
Yeah, it's
You got your
versus-
full SWAT gear on.
I like it.
Imagine a team with SWAT gear.
I think they were
You gotta
bringing
versus
nets.
them?
I think they were bringing
They were
nets.
just bringing
It's the only way
nets,
you get
yeah.
nets onto the.
Well, yeah, those
ice.
guys were just skating around with their sticks.
Called
and
in a chopper. Yo, we need some nets delivered. It was Uber delivery.
they had
It was chopper Uber.
Yeah.
10 Navy SEAls. They all had carbon fiber, aluminum, titanium snow shovels,
Yep.
right? And nets,
They had to
and
clear the ice
they
off
had
somehow.
to shovel it.
The
What are you
fan-
guys doing out here?
The fan cleared the ice
Exactly. What are you guys doing out here? The ice isn't even ready yet. And the Navy SEAls started shoveling.
Didn't you
gave it
see
a-
the Zamboni door was
No,
closed?
gave it
Weren't
a
open?
flood.
They used the fan from the chopper to clear the ice off.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing.
That's exactly. Yeah, okay.
That's exactly it. Okay, we figured out what happened.
So that's the viral clip. I was saying I am not worried if like I'm those 5 guys. They're laughing. They're having fun. The chopper is like
It's
blowing
fun
like
in games
snow,
until it's not fun.
right? Until they come out with like their 50 cal and like
Yeah,
get off
that's
the,
what I'm saying.
oh sorry bud,
That's all
I
I'm
got a
saying,
50
it's like
cal
some
right
sort of,
here.
like massive crime they're committing.
Yeah, you got a standoff. You got a slap shot winding up, and they
Yeah,
got their
like,
gun pointed
These,
at you.
these guys are trying to play some pickup hockey,
Who knows?
but I wouldn't be worried because these guys are going to come out with their boots and I'm just going to skate away. They're not catching me. They're not catching me.
Exactly.
What's this going to be? They're running around.
Tase you. Probably tase you.
If they, can, I'll just fake right, go left.
Yeah, there you go. Just juke them.
But if these guys come out with hockey skates and sniper rifles, I'm hitting the floor. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry,
Yeah.
officer.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm hitting the ice hard.
So
Nice.
are we gonna make this a regular thing where we each bring a clip?
I would love to do viral clip of
Yes.
the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we just each pick something we thought was interesting. If it's the
Heck
same
yeah.
thing, it's the same thing. But if it's not, then we each have 3 separate ones, which would be great.
Love to.
Love it.
It's not like I watch anything on social media ever.
Oh, you never turn on your
Never on my
screen
phone.
time.
We
is
can
like-
never
I have
bookmark
no
something.
screen time ever. You know?
My screen time is 15 minutes. You know,
It's gonna be very hard for me to find a clip when
Before I go to
don't
bed,
ever
I
go
just
on my phone.
set my alarm.
When
That's
I've
it.
been all
Yeah.
my stuff we've been preaching, stay off your screens. Like I just never go on my phone.
Okay, guys, my viral clip of the week is this TikTok that I made.
This viral TikTok that I made, another one. Yep, another one.
Hey guys,
To the
welcome.
list, yeah.
It's funny. Every week I'm gonna bring my own clip.
Welcome to week 34 viral clip of the week. It's this TikTok that I also made of. It's when McDavid.
It's like show and tell.
It's like when McDavid learns that he didn't get first place in the NHL.
All-Star game. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of All-Star game, let's talk NHL. I mean, not All-Star game, but I want to pose this question to you guys. Should the NHL be considering writing a new rule book? And I'm talking goalie interference, kicking the puck to score, like standardized suspensions so that we actually know how much games guys are going to get for like these different things that are happening.
Oh, someone does something, you just know. That's 3 games. That's 4 games. That's 5
Yeah.
games.
Like,
Huh.
because if there's malicious intent to injure and it's head contact, that's something. If it's unintentional head contact and the guy gets injured, that's something.
I hate
You
that
know?
idea because I love the drama.
I know. Yeah. 'cause-
I love the drama.
and
I
it's,
like-
and it's hard to like, and that's like the court's job is to figure out the onus.
To just butcher it every time.
The onus.
Send it to kangaroo
what was it?
court.
The onus corpus.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know it was intentional?
Corpus
like,
alumni.
Or what was it? Corpus
Just
orn?
making words up. I'm just saying Harry Potter spells, buddy.
But it is difficult. But yeah, it seems like there's no consistency.
Yeah.
I love it when one guy just gets a warning and the other guy gets 5 games. You're like, what? Oh, because
But-
he did it before.
But I will say, I think that Nylander interference call might have been the worst goalie interference call in the history of the game.
Oh,
Am
yeah.
I allowed to say that? That's how
No
bad.
one knew why it was not.
I
Atrocious.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It was the fact that the goalie also like recovered. Like it was another like a second and a half
Mhm.
after he'd
And
been pushed.
Nylander's not even touching
Like,
him.
he wasn't even like he really got affected. Like
Nylander's like back here, gets shoved, and like you can tell he's trying to not fall on the goalie. He gently touches
yeah,
him,
he's just a little.
and then
The
instantly
goalie's still moving crease to crease.
And then
like,
he instantly gets up and he backs away and stands out of the crease to make sure the goalie has lots of room. And then he's just like kind of looking around. He watches the puck go over here and he watches it go down. He's like, "Oh, neat, we scored."
Yeah. It was,
He's not laying on the goalie like this, right?
Yeah.
And then trying to hold him
Unbelievable. I
down.
couldn't believe it.
Hellebuck didn't even know where the puck was for a second.
Yeah.
And that's why the net was wide open, not because Nylander was in the crease, which maybe his toe was in the crease. But
I couldn't believe it.
And then you rewind to the Edmonton Oilers one where who was it that got knocked
Zach
on?
Hyman.
Yeah, so Hyman just gets buried onto the other goalie and like dives across him, applies some sunscreen, like, oh yeah, it's nice here, isn't it? Right? Pins
Nice
him
here in the
down.
blue paint.
He puts
Yeah.
him in like a 4 figure leg lock, right? And then McDavid goes and scores. Oh, that's
Made
good.
a steak dinner in the crease as well.
Exactly. He's a friggin' invite the guy over for
Yeah,
dinner.
like if you get pushed in there, then you're like, okay, green light. I can just take my time.
Yeah, like-
No sense rushing to not.
Willie
get out.
Styles backed out. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
even in the bro.
Yeah.
It was
You know what it looked like?
atrocious.
Nylander looks like when you take a positive magnet and another positive magnet, you try to push them together, and they push apart. Like you can't even touch them together. He instantly just shot back off of them.
Yeah.
And Hyman is sitting there, a steamroll, rolls over the goal. A steamroll, rolls him over the other way. Steamroll, rolls him over the other way.
Steamroll.
Somersault.
All right, so I have something fun to try here.
Yeah.
Because this is something that the mainstream media has been pushing for in hockey because other sports have it, making the refs available after
Every
games.
period. No, after every period. After every period, they should be getting an intermission. Like the players have to do an interview.
During the period, they need to be mic'd up.
They
and
have to talk about what they saw and
Well,
why
so
they didn't answer questions.
Right when they make the call, someone can just tap in their helmet. What the heck was that, buddy? Yes.
So in rugby, they actually have the refs' conversations mic'd up.
Oh.
Why
but
not? Why not? What's the secret?
I think
Why
that's
the
one
secrecy?
step too far.
Why? Why?
But
The NHL refs would
Okay.
hate that because they have their own little club and they decide things. You know they are.
yeah. Anyway, I have a scenario.
Okay.
I'm going to pretend to be a ref. I'm available to the media.
Mhm.
I'm going to explain to you guys, because this is one of the more controversial things of this game in particular, with Nylander's interference goal and Tavares' broken stick slash. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pretend that, like, okay, I'm available. I'm making a statement as a ref.
Mhm.
Then you each get one question to ask, because that's most realistic. That's what the NHL would do. Like, you get to ask one question per media member,
Okay.
you know, and then you can see if you're happy or not. Like, it's just an exercise.
Okay, exercise. And I'm thinking now. I'm trying to. 1 second. I just get a second to embody the mind of a reporter. Quick.
Okay, done.
I'm just thinking of the Nathan McKinnon interview where the guy just asked such a nothing question.
I'm ready.
So, are you thinking maybe you guys have tried everything, you've done everything, you've ran every play, and now you're kind of thinking that, maybe let's just forget about it. Let's just not think about it.
Let's just play hockey.
Let's just just not do anything and forget about everything and play some hockey. Is that
What?
am I kind of on the right page there? Is am I heading in the right direction? Nathan McKinnon's just like you can see his brain is in physical pain.
Yeah, he's
right?
like,
And he's
what
just
the
like,
heck was that?
no.
I don't even know what you just said.
Can we get exactly?
Can we take a breath?
Security,
Can we get this guy a meditation session?
Can we get a medic over here to check this, please?
Can we get some white sage, please, in the room?
Is there a doctor and a priest? I need.
Yeah, is there a silent or cone of silence? We could
Yes.
just-
Put him in a padded room, quiet room. I need a young priest and a new priest. I need a new priest and an old priest, please.
We need meditation for every morning for 10 minutes out of this soldier.
Someone get this guy some water.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry,
Thank you.
I don't even know what we're talking.
Thank you all for coming to this ref availability press conference. Earlier in the game, there was a goal that was called back. William Nylander made contact with the goalie, and it was initially called no goal. I have the explanation from the Situation Room in conjunction with us as refs. It was determined that Nylander was pushed into the goalie initially, but there was ample time for him to leave the crease, and he didn't fully leave the crease. Therefore, we have no goal. Later in the game, not long after, notably the Leafs are on a power play. John Tavares' stick gets slashed. I saw the call, I saw it happen. Happens all the time. No big deal, but then I see that his stick breaks when he applies pressure to it. I make the call, it's a slash. It's like one of those judgment calls that happens. Sometimes you make those calls, sometimes you don't. It just depends on if it impacts play. And it just so happens that his stick broke shortly after the initial slash, so I made that call.
We get one question here, or one.
You get one question.
One per situation.
One question.
Ugh.
Because that's what the NHL will do. They're not going to
Okay.
give each reporter a bunch of questions. So you each got to pick one, I guess. It would be the best way to do it. Got to divide and conquer.
I'll do the interference.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, and thanks for taking this time to answer these questions. Really appreciate that the refs are finally stepping up and providing us some feedback on the game here. My question is for the Tavares slash. Is a slash not a slash? I feel that should be cut and dry. Either the player was slashed or they were not slashed. How do you make that determination that it's only a slash if the stick is broken? Or was that not already a slash before that stick was broken? Could you just comment on that please?
Yeah, so I would actually distinguish the way that the rule is interpreted and has been interpreted for the past however many years of the league, that the more important penalties to call are the ones that impact possession and impact play of the game. There are plenty of infractions that happen behind play that either go missed or not called because they don't impact possession.
So players are allowed to slash each other away from the puck. Thank you.
Sorry, I won't be taking any more questions.
Thank you. I do understand.
Next up.
Okay, and thank you, Ref Hayden, for making yourself available to the media.
You're
We
welcome.
really appreciate it.
Made me do it.
I'm just going to read Rule 69 out of interference on goalkeeper,
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah,
wa-
sorry, let me just get my handbook out
and
here.
I want to.
Oh, wait, no, I know it.
Yeah, exactly. This is something you should be aware of as you are a National League ref.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm just going to read you out of the rule book,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to explain yourself and your decision afterwards.
Okay.
So I'm gonna preface by saying,
And this is on the Nylander goal?
And this is in the rule book.
This is in the rule book.
Yeah. If an attacking player has been pushed, shoved, or fouled by a defending player so as to cause him to come in contact with the goalkeeper, such contact will not be deemed contact initiated by the attacking player for purposes of this rule, provided the attacking player has made a reasonable effort to avoid such contact. And furthermore, being a fan of the game, and I've been watching the game for my entire life,
Yes.
what I saw was a William Nylander who was cross-checked into the goalie twice, and both times Nylander made a reasonable effort to remove himself from the crease, and the fact that the goal was also scored a second and a half after the contact had been initiated, in which the goalie fully recovered and was moving side to side in his crease, and I believe that there was no goalie interference on the play. Could you please explain how you interpreted the rule? Is a cross-check by the defenseman considered a penalty? Why was there not a penalty on William Nylander getting a cross-check to the back?
Yeah, let me cut you off there. So, as I explained at the beginning of this conference, I said, and I did acknowledge that William Nylander was pushed into the goaltender. And as you pointed out, there was
reasonable effort.
There was effort to get out of the crease.
Reasonable.
Acknowledged. Reasonable effort. However, the time between such contact and when the goal was scored was enough that he should have been completely out of the crease, not in contact with the goalie. And therefore, that was the call that was made. Thank you for coming. Have a nice day. So, how do you guys feel? Do you feel better about that or worse?
I love because now we can clip you and put you on social. I just thought we're about to clip your ass and put it all over socials, Ref Hayden.
I feel like fighting you right now. I'm like, I can't believe these words are coming out of your
got our
mouth.
clip, guys. Let's get out of here.
It was honestly hard to say.
Coach Chippy got his clip. Let's get out of here.
Like, in my mind, though, that's the only argument that can be made for that call.
100,000 likes incoming.
Hey, like, that's the only argument that I could think could be made, is that since there was enough time between the goal and when he initially contacted, that it's like it's a new play now.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's the only argument, and even that is like weak as heck, because I've seen plenty of goalie interference challenges go wrong where they're like their toes are in the crease but they barely touch the goalie and they still call it a goal because they wouldn't have made the save regardless.
Yes.
But they just seem to not care that Hellebuck had no idea where the puck was. Nylander was like barely in the crease and like maybe he was still in contact and he was trying to get out, but like to me that's one play, but they could make the argument that it was two separate plays because it was so long in between.
To me, what I'm like most impressed by was my reading of the rules.
Oh yeah.
How
You interpreted those very well.
How clear and emphasized were the words that I used there. Like, I'm just glad I didn't stumble when reading that paragraph.
Yeah, you did great.
I haven't read aloud since grade 9.
Yeah, it's your turn now.
Look at you go.
It felt very natural. I felt slow and calm.
You count. There's like 8 kids in front
Will
of you.
not.
Oh, this is going to be my
Yeah,
paragraph here. So you pre-read it.
10 times.
Yeah, and
and
you're like,
someone reads an extra sentence.
oh, and then one kid's, Miss Johnson, can I go to the bathroom, please? Oh, shoot. No. I got to go. Ah, dang it. This is my,
The long one. I got the long paragraph.
And
And then you're stuttering.
I also have to go to the bathroom. It's an emergency.
All right, we're moving on to the minor hockey mailbag before we wrap this up.
All right.
I've got just one. I wanted to share this with you guys from Sudsy Jr. on Spotify. He says, or she, I'm not sure. During my U11 tourney, there was a team we had to share the hotel with. We got scrappy in the hotel.
Oh.
Their goalie was crazy. Of course, all goalies are crazy. And went full out on our best player in the hallway. Wow. Then that team got kicked out of the tournament.
Wait, what happened?
U11?
They fought?
It's a tournament, U11.
So
and they
10-year-olds.
fought in the hotel. Different teams, the opposing teams, they fought. Then that one team got kicked out of the tournament.
I would love to have more detail on how this happened. They said things got scrappy.
Only one team?
Like they had to hit.
They must have been playing mini sticks.
They must have been playing mini sticks.
That's what I feel, yeah.
It must have been mini sticks in the hallway.
yeah.
They don't just start fighting and get kicked out of the tournament by like going crazy.
10 years old, no. 15, 14, probably, yeah. Because then you're chirping and trying to be cool. You're trying to impress your teammates. Oh, right?
Yeah. Like U11 is wild.
Yeah, when you're
Yeah, that's
10,
mini sticks. They probably body checking each other, and then it turned into like a brawl.
when you're 10, you're not looking for fights. I hope.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Right.
so I assume it's got to be mini sticks.
Yeah, you are.
A 10.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess Mason just turned 9. He's not looking for fights
But,
right
like
now.
you put him in a mini stick game.
In a mini stick game, yeah, things would get
It feels like
heated.
it's probably AAA. It's probably very competitive kids. And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
anger.
Tournament.
11 years
So
old.
it's,
I could have seen that happening when I was a kid for sure.
I got another.
I mean, all I did during recess was like
Oh yeah. It got.
tackle people.
Oh, so mini
all we
sticks
did
got
was fight.
mini sticks got banned from Mason's school because there was too many injuries.
We weren't allowed to play wall ball. We weren't allowed to play mini.
I was
stick,
never allowed to
because
play mini
We played
sticks.
whip. We wouldn't play
Oh.
wall ball. If you missed the wall, you would whip the tennis ball as hard as you can at the kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We were
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
some heavy stuff.
We just called that red
Full
butt, but
con-
it
yeah.
wasn't throwing; it was kicking, and it was like
Yeah.
one of those heavy style dodgeballs,
Oh,
and it
we
would
used a
leave like a
tennis
red
ball.
mark
We
on your
used a
back.
tennis
You know what's
ball.
funny
Darts.
is that we just went through the entire evolution of the name of that game because it was red
Red butt.
ass,
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then
right?
red butt.
And then red butt, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just called it whip because whip is cooler than red butt.
Yeah.
Like, why you call it red butt?
I
Butt
know,
is
yeah.
kind of like a wimpy word.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you either say A or right. So it's red butt because it's like, oh, that's the appropriate PG
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
Just call it whip because that sounds
Yeah, we
cooler.
call it whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Interesting.
we play. I love wall ball though. Wall ball.
Oh yeah. Wall ball.
No one played. Do you think there's any kids in the last 5 years that have played wall ball during recess?
I think it must live at recess. Like it's never
Like,
left. No.
It depends on the school.
Do you,
Like
thi-
I,
do you
I
think
think
there's still wall ball alive?
I don't know.
Like
I
this
think
this
it's
is a
more like
question- I wanna ask the
Foursquare and
comment,
all
like,
that
is
stuff.
is wall ball still played? Because that's the most fun. I haven't played that game since I was in grade 4.
it's like
Isn't it wild? Like you have a ball and you
It's
have
like
a wall,
squash.
and you're just like, let's play wall
it's
ball.
like squash,
No,
but you're
it's-
throwing.
Yeah.
Like, it's
It's,
yeah.
It seems like no one would be playing that.
I don't know. I think that's how all the balls end up on the roof.
All right, we got
Yes, yeah.
we got a comment on YouTube from Simone. A few weeks ago, I had a job interview in person. One of the interviewers lets go a stinky one, but it was silent. The funniest
No, it says
part.
but not silent.
Oh, but not silent
Stinky
one.
but not violent.
Oh, I read that wrong.
Oh,
Stinky and loud. That's
Yeah.
the worst combo. The funniest part was the aftermath, where 6 suited up people from respectable company tried not to show embarrassment.
Oh my.
That's
God.
hilarious, Simone.
That's
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
It's an
Worse.
interview too. Like that's actually great.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to know, did Simone get the job?
yeah.
Hey?
What was the
that's
interview for? Yeah.
That was a test. That was a test. They do that to every person they're interviewing and see what the reaction's like.
Yeah.
Right? They're trying to find what type of person they are, just like we talked about.
Right.
Right?
All
Just
right.
rip one.
One more here before we wrap up. We got Silas. Hopefully I pronounced that right. How do you guys prepare for a late night game? My first late night game had me over the dressing room toilet throwing up.
Wow.
Love the pod, guys.
Wait, what?
How do you prepare for a late night game, like a late men's league game?
Don't ask me.
Every game is a late night game. It seems we're 9:30 or
Yeah,
10:30.
I'm putting a carb past an hour before the game, and moving out there like a piece of garlic bread.
I'd say the best thing you can do, Silas,
Every game.
the best thing you can do to prepare for a late game starts the day before. You get a good night's sleep the day before.
Wow,
This
real
is men's
try
league.
hard
This
over
is
here.
men's
Real
league.
try hard over here.
Men's league.
You're absolutely right.
No, you don't have to try hard. It's just like a subconscious thing. It's like I'm playing hockey this weekend. I'm not going to stay up until 12 the night before because then I'm going to be that much more tired. It's like it's so easy.
I will tell you
Yeah.
what would be better, and it is just like you said. Go to sleep early, get enough sleep because you're going to play better if you're well rested. If you're tired, it's going to suck.
Mhm.
Or have a midday nap if you're able to. Like
Yeah.
Like-
a nap is amazing before a game. All the NHL guys are doing this. The NHL guys are doing naps.
To
Yeah,
me,
I've done naps before, and it depends on how far my drive is.
Right.
If I have a long enough drive, then it's great because it's like I feel refreshed, I feel energized, I have the car ride to get amped up.
Yep.
But if I'm playing in Aurelia, I live in Aurelia, it's a 2-minute drive. I can't nap before or I show up to the rink like I'm
Oh,
half
it's like a
asleep.
3 p.m. nap. It's not before the game. It's like a midday
Oh.
to get your energy back.
That's a tough one to squeeze in. Though.
No, I know for most people. I'm just saying that a lot of the pro guys are doing
Right.
these nap.
or
I got 2 more.
I got one.
Okay, throw it out.
I got one. How about a late night game is really just an evening game for me because
Sleep.
Because I stay up till
An
3
afternoon
a.m.,
breeze.
so
Go to bed at
it's
2
really
a.m.
just a 7 p.m. game for me.
Yeah, there you
Just
go.
change the cycle of your
Yeah, I mean,
sleep
for
cycle.
me,
yeah.
the late night games are just midday.
Yeah, if you go to sleep,
Middayers.
you go to
Yeah.
sleep at 2 a.m. and you wake up around 1 p.m.
Just quit your day
probably
job and
wake up
play
at
men's
10:30,
league.
2
10:30. 10:30. Okay.
10:30.
Yeah. And then it's just an evening game. Perfect.
It's just an evening game.
Some more advice. Number 2 for me. So get enough sleep, hydrate, start drinking water, and maybe throw some electrolytes in there midday, so you're very well hydrated, because that's going to make a big difference. Number 3, which I learned from the guys that we interviewed from World Juniors, is have a meal like 3 or 4 hours before the game.
Or like 6 hours. they
Yeah,
said.
don't eat.
Yeah,
I
like
guess.
the latest one that they said was like
6
was
Yeah,
still 3 hours before.
Yeah.
Most of them are eating like 6 hours
They're
before.
like
It's
Most-
12. They're eating like
yeah.
12.
And then they eat early and then have a little snack. Like
like a
but
pregame
most people will eat
carb
like,
or fruit or something.
if I'm gonna play at 10:30, I'm like I'm doing everything I need to do, and it's like 8:30. I'm like, oh shoot, I got to eat.
Yeah, I'm
right?
starving.
I throw something down at 9 p.m. and then head to the game.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah.
And I'm eating a meatball pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to know the average beer league player versus NHL player. How much food is in the stomach?
Oh,
you
wow.
know.
I have too much food in the stomach.
yeah.
Eat a little sooner. 4 hours before your game. Hydrate and get some good sleep, and you should be solid out there.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys have
Okay,
anything
I'm
else? That was a good
exhausted.
episode.
Let's
I am
wrap it.
Exhausted.
All right. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned in next week. Let's
Don't
go.
think, just flow.
Gonna change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.